In this video, I want to show you how you can use this laser cut pendant lamp, which I have designed here in Grasshopper. And basically, I was just surfing the web, and I just found this picture. So I thought that it can be easy to model this in Grasshopper. So as you can see, I have made this in Grasshopper, and you can easily change the height of the circles. There are 3 circles here. I'm going to explain just how the algorithm works. So you can also do an exercise and remodel this in Grasshopper. But for the start, I want to explain that you can always change these numbers. As you can see, the circle is changing. You can change the height, which is the last circle here. And you can change the radius of these circles easily, as you can see here, and the end. So this can produce many different parametric lamps, pendant lamps, which you can at the end just do a laser cut on it, because you can simply enable this tool and have them on the ground, which I can also change the locations. So these are the things you have to just produce in the laser cut design, and you can just know the numbers here, which is the division 21, and produce 21 of these sections and this circle, and then make the pendant lamp and fabricate it. Okay, so first of all, I want to explain a quick review of how this algorithm works. So if you want to make it, you can follow my logics and produce it again. So first of all, what you can do is to let's just get started from scratch. I have made a circle, 3 circles here, which you can define. Let me just put the bifocals plugin so you can see the names. Okay, you can make a point, which is a point with 3 different heights here. Then I've connected that to a circle and with 3 radiuses. After that, I have extracted one of those circles, which is, let me just show you, with using the list item, I have extracted the middle one, which is this one, as you can see here. And to produce those ribs, what I have done is that I have divided those circles into numbers, 21. You can change that easily. And after dividing this, you will see that these points are in 3 groups. Let me just show you 3 groups of 15 points. So if I connect this to a interpolate tool, which will connect those points together, it will use those points again and produce circles, because it's going to produce 3. It will just make 3 times 15 points together, and it will again produce those circles. So you just use the flip matrix, and we have talked about this in the course also. We have a lesson on the flip matrix, so for those who want to know, you can also check out the course. Then we just can interpolate those points and produce these curves. Okay, to just produce something similar to this, you can see that the end of this has a length, the start of this has a length, and at the center also we have edge which we can connect together. So what I have done here is that I have first used the horizontal frame, which you can also find in the curve analysis section, and here it goes. If you reparameterize the curve, it's going to be from 0 to 1, and I've extracted the end, so you can see it here. Okay, I'm going to explain this on one of the frames, and then you can understand what's happening. Okay, so when I extract that, I want to use the -x direction. So first I deconstruct the plane into x, y, and z and the origin. Then I want to draw a line. So this line, let's just turn this off, will be the start, which you can find with the STL command, start direction length. We will give the start of the direction from the origin, which is the center of the plane. The x direction here, we want to always have an algorithm which checks and says that we want to go inwards. So how can we do this? A simple way is to just go pick the first rib here, okay? The first rib is perhaps here. And if we just go here, let me just zoom in so you can understand this. Okay, so this is the first rib. If we compare this with x direction, perhaps this is also the x, this is exactly the angle between this x and this one is 0 degrees. But if we have a x direction this way, the angle will be simply 180 degrees. So we're going to check this. First, we're going to give the x-axis to a command called angle and compare the angle between this x and with a simple x direction. Then we will have maybe 15 ribs, because we had 15 ribs in groups. I flattened that and extracted the first direction, first angle, which will be the first rib. And as you can see, it's 0 degrees, just as I explained. Then with the use of the evaluate, I just said that if the angle is 0 degrees, take the negative of that, okay, this one. So if we have 0 degrees, we want this direction because we want to go inside, right? So I said if the angle is 0 degrees, just take the minus y, and if it's not, which means it's inside, just take the angle. So the y is actually the x direction, which you can see here. So just flips it. This is a good control way which you can use to flip your vectors. Okay, so as you can see, this will also work for the other heights, which will be the center and the end, which I will going to explain now at the moment. Okay, so then we just use this technique to draw a line. And I also made this technique for the bottom of the curves, as you can see here. Again, that deconstruct and horizontal frame and checking that and flipping. So we have line steel inside, and the middle part is a little bit tricky because we can change the location of the circle, right? So what I have done is to use this intersection of curve, which you can find in the intersection tool and in the curve tool with the physical, and I have intersected the curves with the circle, which we extracted in the list item. So here we have those points, right? And it says, remember, you have to reparameterize because we want to make it 0 to 1, and we talked about this before. And it says that the parameter of the A is this one. So again, I use this to extract the horizontal frame. So this was the most important thing, I think, in this tutorial, which you can use. Then again, I use that flipping technique and check that and use that to draw a line inside. Okay, I gave this different length here, here, and here, and then I use the point of this end of the line. As you can see here, I just use the point on curve to extract the point on this line. For those who know Grasshopper and worked about this, they know that it's easy. You can just use the point on curve. Remember, I have simplified all of this because this circle is simply, this one is extracted within this curve. So it's going to be and have a different data management. So I'm going to simplify all of them and then interpolate this. So remember, you can also check this out, and we have that inner curve which we can control with these lengths. It's really beautiful because you can just control this rib at the end, at the start here, and at the middle, right? Maybe you want to go more inside the circle. Okay, so when I just made this ribs, let's just turn everything off and go to this rib section. Okay, just produce the inner curve. Then I just joined the inner curve, the outer curve, which we just produced, those lines, right? We just produced 3 lines, but we don't need the second line because it was simply at the mid of that, because we can simply connect, okay, let me show you this curve, the line here, the line here, and basically the inner curve. So these are the 4 things we have to connect. And after connecting them together with the join curve, we will have this. As you can see here, we have those ribs. And if I connect the surface to that, you can see them here. Okay. So what we want to do is to be sure to make that planar. So what I have done is to connect a plane to the here to the curve, the base curve, to extract a plane from that. That's just a shortcut you can use, and then use the project to project that on a plane. So some will think that's not really necessary, but if you just work with this in Grasshopper, you will see that there will go some errors on this and it will say it's not planar. So I just made this to be sure it's not giving any errors. So now we have those planar ribs here. Okay. And what we want to do is to use this region slit, which is in the intersection shape. And here we go, region slits, which can simply produce that slits to make that, fabricate that lamp. Okay, so what I have done is first I just checked if I give the circle with the ribs to this tool, which can define the widths. Let me just turn this on. The problem was that it will not give you results. Okay, so there are two tips here. Okay, remember I'm just going to type this. There is two important tips which you have to do to ensure that you get the results. First, because this circle has a seam, the circle which we just extracted at the center has a starting seam which is actually at the start from here, this will just interfere with this rib and we will have problems. So what I have done is the first tip, which I rotated this circle just 1 degrees in the z direction. So basically this seam is going to just change here and we will not have problems. And that is about NURBS problem, not about our design. So this is the first tip. The second tip is that because we want that to make that slit, we have to offset the curve inside. So this is another tip you have to know. So I guess that will help you in your future designs for those who know how to work with Grasshopper, and this will just offset this curve inside so they will intersect. You should not put that exactly at the end of the rib. You just should offset that inside. And here we go. You can see how simple it is. Let me just bake this. This is beautiful. You can see that this is producing those ribs and giving you the results. And at the end, I just extracted the results. The first one with the list item is one of those ribs because we just need one, and we can just make let's just see the number. We can make 15 of them and produce that. The next was the list item but reversed, which will just extract the circle. And then I use the plane tool, which will just extract the plane of that surface and use the orient to make that onto 2 points. So I just oriented that on the ground with 2 points, which we can simply just move and have them on the ground. Then you can simply array this in Rhino or Grasshopper. Let's just connect a curve to this and bake that. Okay, and then you can simply make an array linear until I want 15 of them, or you can just use Grasshopper, it doesn't really matter. I just want to show you that you can always switch between Rhino and Grasshopper, and you will have those 15 sections, one of those circles, which will just easily be fabricated and produce the results. And so this was the tutorial. You can always just turn off or disable this and turn on those two surfaces, preview on, to see the results, change them. So you want to maybe design a new lamp, right? Let's just delete these curves. Maybe we want this one. Then again, we're going to turn this on and have them on the ground and maybe just move those points to make that happen. And then bake that curve if you want to have the boundary and make that, fabricate that. Okay, so remember you can always just disable this, change the model, and then you can also preview off this if you want. So this was a fast tutorial of how you can use this definition. And just a quick announcement, we are going to start 3 lessons each week for the course. So for those who don't know about our course, we have just started a new interface with this one, the course, and we are going to give the fabrication definition because we were just busy making this course section. We will start from next week and we will have 3 lessons each week. One for the basic modeling, second will be the advanced, and the end will be a definition. For those who want to know and have special definitions, you can always go to our course, and we also have subscription plans which you can also subscribe to more than 1 month and have a discount for future subscriptions and get extra secret definitions which I will send to your email for those who are golden members or are silver members. So you can always also know more about our course in our website. And thank you for watching, and hit that like button and comment on our video. It will really support us. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to our channel. And you can also watch something that is related to this video, that corner, and see you next time.